I want to share a little bit about my background. Yeah. So, I was raised by my parents, right, to score well in school, to compete with the other people, to be the best. So here in Singapore, we have this like kiasu, kiasi, right? So we want to compete ourselves with the best. And I recall when I first joined APSS, I was a struggling trainer looking to find jobs, I was doing $50 an hour, smooth training. And I came to APSS and I hear speakers talking about earning $25,000 per keynote. And I felt very small, very, very small. Because I was told to compete with the best, right? So I felt very small. The second thing that my parents taught me is when in school, no one's going to help you. You've got to depend on yourself. And so I felt not only small, but I felt like I was all alone. So one day I had a conversation with my father, and I said, Dad, why is it that you're always traveling and going away to China, India for 2-3 months? I don't see you at all. And he said this to me, son, I'm not a graduate. I cannot compete with all the hotshot engineers out there. I need to do the things that nobody do. I need to go where nobody goes. And I need to ask for help. And I have the benefit of good bosses. That my father's words touched me greatly. In order to do what you don't think you can do, in order to go where you cannot go, you need to be willing to do things that people are not willing to do. And that was when I decided that I was going to let go of my competitive spirit. Instead of comparing myself with others, I'm going to ask them for help. That was the beginning of my journey, of my healing. And I'd like to thank a few people here. I know I got so many of you to thank. But one person I want to thank is my mentors. I got many mentors in APSS. I decided I was going to reach out to ask for help, to do the very thing that my mom taught me not to do. And that is when I asked for help. So I asked for help from Coen. And he said, sure, no problem. Meet me at Tiong Bahru. So I woke up at 5:30 that morning. I don't want to be late. And I took MRT all the way to Tiong Bahru to meet him at Toast Box and get his advice. Coen is somebody who really, really played a big part of my journey. Another person who played a big part of my journey is Frederick Harren. So Frederick Harren was doing this inner team session, so he invited us to go to his house, and he even bought me coffee and provided me food. But most importantly, provided me food for my soul. He understood me. He made me feel seen, heard, and understood. And so Frederick is a trailblazer. He is somebody who inspires me to go where nobody goes. So I want to thank Frederick Harren. Next is my speaking APSS mentor, Avi Liran. So December 2018, I was just asking a typical December question. Where are you going this year, bro? And he said, I'm going to London, I'm going to improv theatre class. So I decided that, wow, improv theatre sounds very interesting, so I decided to go. So I learned so much from improv. It really helped me to find my voice, my stage voice. And Avi also encouraged me to go to learn appreciative inquiry from David Cooper-Ryder in Cleveland. So I did. One of the main mantra I had was always try what your mentor tells you once. If it doesn't work, it's okay. But if it works, continue doing it. So I did, and so I want to thank Avi Liran. I got so many more mentors to thank. Right? APSS is a very giving environment, as long as I'm willing to reach out. So I want to quote the founder of NSA, Kevin Robert. He said that the pie is always enough for everyone. Instead of competing for the same pie, let's enrich the pie for each other. And speakers are judged not based on what they get, but what they give. So Kevin Roberts' spirit started the National Speakers Association, which then spread. And APSS is built also upon the spirit of Kevin Roberts. So as a CSP, I realized as a greater power comes greater responsibility. So I am in the spirit of also giving back to the APSS community, and I hope to continue to give back and to empower future speakers to come, so that we can all raise our voices and make a greater impact in the world that we live in today. Thank you.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
CSP at APSS. So I also want to congratulate the other 6 that had received it during the